Well, I wrote it and I took it round and I shopped it to a few producers and to a few people and tried to get people kind of interested and excited with it. Lisa was very excited by it, but the situation's changed with her, and then I tried to get other producers and other directors and other people interested in it. And the feedback I generally got was, it's not hard-edged enough, you know. Maybe if you had, you know, one of the characters gets cancer, or someone has a drug problem, or maybe there's incest or violence in the family, and I was like, really, you guys have got no idea what kind of movie. And I think there's an aspect of that in New Zealand film that we feel, oh, we have to do these, you know, dark, man-alone kind of films. And of course, a lot of the young, up-and-coming filmmakers are writing scripts that are about violence and drugs and guns and you know, alien mutations and vampires, and I just thought, well, maybe if I wrote this, it would stand out from the crowd. And again, I wanted to write something that people would come and see. Waking Near Divine played at the Penthouse Cinemas for something like 9 months to full houses. So there's an audience out there here in New Zealand who want to go and see movies like this.
You've done writing, directing and acting for a long time.
Yes.
Do you love all of them, or is there one that, I guess they're all different things?
Yes, they are different in terms of the disciplines required to make them happen, but essentially they're just different forms of storytelling, and that's what I do. Like Holly says, your creative self, you're an artist, that's what you do. And so you will continue and you will get over the stumbling blocks. You will stand up again and be glad when something works and buffer yourself when it doesn't. Because really there isn't a choice, that is what you do. You have to tell the story. I think I'm very pleased to say that, and it's certainly not a revelation, that there is more and more and more embracing of New Zealand work by New Zealanders. And the more we make, the better it is, as far as I can say, really. I don't think there can be too much of it.
Yeah, but the woman he loves is too scared to wear the ring because she's afraid of her mum finding out.
He likes the parents like him. Like I said before, what's the problem?
Oh, you're just not looking at the big picture, are you?
I'm really sorry about that. Are you okay? Do I look okay? You sure?
It's your missus.
Oh, jeez. What now?
Nor can it be supported enough, either.
Sure. More embracing by New Zealanders and internationally as well.
Oh, and that's just got to follow on. That is what happens, you know.
It's got to follow on.
From us ourselves embracing it and making product. You've made it, then of course, you know, push it off, and it will. The more you have, somebody will pick it up without doubt.
Well, yes, we had a couple of days rehearsal to get to know each other. Actually, Holly and I knew each other previous to this. We'd worked on a project together called Welcome to Paradise. So we sort of had a rapport already, which was really good. But no, we went through a few scenes with Paul and worked out relationships within that, and we sort of had one-on-one sessions with Paul as well, talking about how we felt our sort of characters would react in certain situations and that sort of thing.
It's a really wonderful opportunity also to be playing strong women who are in their 40s. Well, it's a tricky question because I think, yes, I'd love to do a lot more film, but the majority of my work has been in theatre. I done Brain Dead and Bread and Roses and an American co-production a long time ago and things like that. But yeah, I do a lot of theatre. But my first love, I don't know. This is so much fun. Oops, just dropped a knitting. There you go.
Preparation for the role. The first thing I did was bump into Nick Ward at a booze up in Auckland, and tell him I've been cast in a movie that you've written, co-written along with someone else. So he gave me a rundown of that the character I was playing was actually his dad, and so that was great. So I thought, okay, so I'm playing your father. That's good, Nick. And asked him a few questions about that, and he gave me a background into Brian and Jill's quirks and eccentricities. And then having flown down here, I met them early in the piece. And of course there was the usual actory stuff, which is quite boring, of going through the script and finding, you know, motivations and why I'm doing this and all that sort of stuff. But the guts of it for me is meeting the real people and yeah, finding out they're a delightful couple. Well, I hope they react like I did when I read the script, because you know, there have been a lot of sort of heavy message New Zealand films and a lot of sort of quirky New Zealand films. This one, when I read the script, was just a feel-good movie about family, and to me the most important strands of it are the whole, like the family relationship, and how at the end all the little ups and downs that life throws at you has to be dealt with, and the most important things, and sometimes through the tribulations you find out the most important things, which always come back to the relationships you have with your family.
That's partly my next question, which is, what do you think the challenges are for the industry?
To continue the spirit of bravery that makes it happen.
Especially in
I find myself intolerant of a need for fiscal accountability to the extent where entertainment is now the keynote word and not art. But those are my pet little political beefs, and probably now is not the moment to go there.
What challenges do you think?
Oh, don't even get me started. I am really happy to see that New Zealanders are starting to embrace their own work more. But I still think we've got a long way to go. I think in terms of audiences and critics and everyone alike, I don't know why, but we have this expectation of failure, or at least I feel that from the public at times. And why don't we have an expectation of success? Because once we expect success, that's when it will happen. It's like the All Blacks. If we think they're going to lose the quarterfinal against France, they lose. And that's because the whole nation is going, oh, but if the whole nation was going, yeah, they probably would win, because they wouldn't have that pressure, and, you know, they wouldn't be trying to do their jobs under this huge pressure. And I think the same, the film industry, there's great work happening. There are great people in this business in New Zealand, amazing people, amazingly talented, just so many of them, so many of them. And if we really just go, yeah, we believe that you're making some really, really good stuff, I think just even that sentiment will improve our industry.
And further, I agree wholeheartedly, and further to that, I don't subscribe to the notion of failure. I don't know what they mean by that. That's taste. In my business, it's taste. Someone likes it somewhere, someone hates it somewhere. That's just because we're different. I don't believe that means something is a failure.
Yeah.
Well, I think we're very proud of Second-Hand Wedding.
Yeah.
I'm proud of it.
It's the first time you've worked together?
Yes.
And
hopefully not the last.
yeah.
The first time that this family has ever given anything away.
We've got something we need to tell you.
You're not pregnant, are you?
No.
No.
Oh, that's a shame, because I got a lovely little bassinet last Saturday.